What's going on? This is the Nicholas Christakis Chelsea Football Channel, and welcome back to a thriller. Sorry for the late episode, but had some plans, had some work to do. But the episode is here. The video is here. 3-0 win, Chelsea versus West Ham on Saturday morning. What a result. Can we say what a result? This team stood out. Enzo Maresca masterclass, Chelsea Football Club masterclass. You couldn't ask for more out of a team. You couldn't ask for more out of a team today or yesterday. Like everything that you wanted to happen, all of our worries that we had going into this match were absolutely thrown away. Thrown away. Absolutely thrown away. We thought going into this match, will Enzo Fernandez be able to keep up to the pace? Will he be fully fit? Bing. One check down. Two, will Jackson be able to finish? You saw the lineups. You're like, oh, Jackson's starting, no Nkunku. Will Jackson be able to finish? Ding. Another one gone. Three, no Gusto, no Reece James, no nobody at right back. Will Wesley Fofana be able to do it? Half. We'll talk about that in a second. I think it was a halfway done one, halfway check. But outstanding, outstanding. Simply put, outstanding. I mean, everybody came into play today. Nobody really put a foot in wrong. It was an incredible result. I mean, I had a 2-2 draw before our last prediction. I had a 2-2 draw going, and then I said, F it last second. Let's change it. 2-1 win. So I predicted a win. Not a 3-0 win, a 2-1 win. Everybody I was seeing on YouTube was saying 2-1 win, 2-1 win, 2-1 win, 2-2 draw, 2-2 draw, 1-1 draw. Nobody had us really even convincingly winning this game, or let alone winning this game. We hadn't won against West Ham since I think 2015 or not counting people not being in the stadium. Since 2015, I'm pretty sure we haven't beat them at their home ground. It's a ridiculously good result. It showed our quality. Um, it showed that we are back. Chelsea Football Club are back. So this was the lineup that Maresca came out with on that Saturday. And well, it's an excellent one. It's an excellent one. We all basically thought to ourselves that this lineup made most sense. I had Nkunku playing striker, and I think Gusto playing, but I had to come out with the preview early. And of course, Gusto didn't play. Fofana came in at right back. Tosin came in at center back. We'll get into this lineup for just a second. Let's talk about these goals for a second. Incredible stuff. Let's start off the first 4 minutes. Chelsea get off flying. Jackson, I think, wins a free kick in our own half. Um, Plays it quick to Jadon Sancho, who notices him run free 1-2. Jackson takes it himself. West Ham defenders think, oh, Jackson just running himself. He's just going to do some stupid shit. He's not going to put a nice shot on target. He's not going to put underneath the goalie's legs. Oh, wait, he does. He puts underneath the goalie's legs and makes it 1-0, 4-0 in, or 4 minutes in. 15 minutes later, Jackson. And again, Jackson gets another one. This time, great passing play from the defenders. Cucurella, Enzo, and I think, yeah, Caicedo gets the assist. Quick passing from Cucurella into Enzo. Enzo plays a one-time pass into Caicedo, who plays a lovely weighted ball into the arms, I guess you could say the feet of Nicholas Jackson, who takes a wonderful first touch into the ball before putting it in the bottom left corner. The enigma is Nicholas Jackson. Things that are easy, he can do. Things that are hard, he can do. Any striker in that position is trying to make it as easy as for them as possible to try and find the back of the net. And Nicholas Jackson does the hardest thing possible, makes Areola look silly. Of course, he's not expecting it. Why would he expect Nicholas Jackson to find the bottom left corner a shot that he has the entire right side of the net open? It's ridiculous. So West Ham don't really get active in this game until I think you could say around 25 minutes. It took them 25 minutes to wake up. They started getting some chances. I think they scored an offside goal around the 30, 31 minutes, I think. I think Kudus scores the offside goal. He is offside. It's not a questionable offside. Enzo Fernandez is tracking him, but he leaves him offside. Even good stuff from Enzo, and overall the good defensive stuff. He's pissed, Kudus. He doesn't really have a great game. He looked like he was creating chances, but a lot of negatives from Kudus in this one. But nothing really else happens. A few chances created, but really what happened in this one was that Chelsea counterattack. And we see that again in the 46th or 47th minute. We get West Ham look like, oh, first few minutes or first minute or two, West Ham already creating chances, but we deflect it. Great tackle from Cucurella. and it's 1-2 passing. Jackson back out to I think it was Fernandez again, and then he plays it to Jackson, who's running free, and he takes a nice little take inside, plays it to Palmer. Palmer off the post and in for making it 3-0. 3-0. 46, 47 minutes in. Fans are already leaving the stadium. They've seen enough. Insane. This Chelsea team's counterattack has been incredible. You could definitely say we are one of the best counterattacking, one of the better transitional teams in the league. Way we have so much technical quality is absolutely ridiculous. Not much else to say for the rest of the game. We looked in control for certain parts. They had certain spells where they looked like they were in control. We actually finished with less possession than them. I think it was 47% we had in this one to their 53. But I didn't really care. At the end of the day, we won. This is, I think, was actually the first game I think we didn't have a possession bonus because I think we had more possession than Man City had. Or if we didn't, it was very, very close. But this was a ridiculously good game. It just shows our transitional quality. And Kunku almost got a fourth, I think, a little while after he came on, but it's a great save from Mariola. I think he should have done better. I think he should have gotten that fourth. But again, I'm happy as days. Right now, we are sitting in fifth place after match week 5. We had 5 points in 5 games last season. We have 5. We have 10 and 5 now. A whole 5 points more than last season. Incredible stuff in my eyes. I'm absolutely ecstatic. We were not even in fifth place at any point last season. We're in fifth right now. Blimey. Let's look at these guys. Sanchez in net. He gets an 8. Again, another game where he's insane. I think he had the exact same amount of saves as he had in the Bournemouth game. The Bournemouth game, he had harder saves. Didn't really have any crazy shots taken out in this entire game, but he did have a lot of saves, and he still saved a lot of XG, I think, worth of shots. Of course, like not enough to the point where they deserve to win, but he had a great game. His distribution was good. His long ball percentage was good. Very good stuff from Jackson or for some Sanchez in this one. He gets an 8. Colwell also gets an 8. He is building himself. He is a leader. He looks so good at the back. His passing is wonderful. His dribbling, even for a center back, is incredible. He is insane. I'm very, very happy with what he gets. Tosin, again, I think he gets an 8. I think Tosin and Colwell, that both center back pairing, he gets an 8. I think both Colwell, I mean, I think I'm starting out a little high, but I think based off of where I am in this game, I think Colwell and Tosin both can get an 8. They both were outstanding. I think that this pairing was great. Tosin, he's trying to work his way into this lineup more and more. Fofana obviously is trying to mold himself with Colwell as that center back pairing. But if Tosin's gonna play like this, man, dude, I don't care. I'd love to have 3 good center backs that can rotate in that center back position. And Tosin definitely did show that he could do it. Fofana, however, you got to give him some credit. I think you could give Fofana a 5 or a 6. I think both are fair. I think I'd give Fofana a 5. I think, he's about as average as it gets in this game. I think that he definitely was a good um fill in for Gusto, but I think I would have rather seen Josh. I think Josh Achiampong, as we'll get into, I think tomorrow for the match preview for the Barrow EFL Cup game, I think I want to see Achiampong start at that right back position unless Gusto is back. But I would love to see Josh play. And I'm really hoping that we do see Josh play. Um, but I think that Fofana gets a 5. I think it was an okay, but Somerville was killing him all game. I think that he filled in fine, I guess, as a right center back / right back, but it wasn't good enough to the point where I was like, okay, he should play that role all the time. Cucurella, another 8. This guy was incredible. Him in that pivot was absolutely insane. Um, we saw, like I said earlier, it's just incredible to see what him and Caicedo could do in that double pivot role. The way he gets back, the way he defends, the way he even wins aerial duels, Cucurella, the way that guy gets up is insane. For his height, the fact that he beats some of these guys is incredible. His tackling is so good. He gets even when he's asked to get further up the pitch, he does it so well through those underlapping runs. Him involving himself with Jadon Sancho in this one was a lot less, which I think is why we didn't see as much as Jadon Sancho as we probably wanted to see. But still, 8 stuff from Cucurella, great stuff. Caicedo, I was really hovering between it. A 9 or a 10. What did I want to give him? Honestly, dude, I think it's a 9 based on the fact it's almost like impossible to give a midfielder a 10. But dude, a 9 or a 10. It's either one of those. 9.5. Boom. 9.5. Caicedo, incredible. This guy was all over the pitch. I saw a meme where it was like looking at his heat map and the entire pitch was red. And I'm like, yep, that's about it. Every man he decided to cover, every man who came his way was tackled, intercepted, everything, block shots. It was everything. Everything. This guy was everywhere. It's everything. He's in N'Golo Kante reincarnated at this point, but he's not in N'Golo Kante. He's Moises Caicedo, and he is absolutely outstanding. Ever since the last few game stretch, ever since I guess you could say January of last year, the second half of last season, he has been that guy, and he is that guy. Caicedo, 9.5. I'm going to give him excellent stuff. Sancho, I honestly don't think he was anything too spectacular. Obviously, he did get the assist today. He's got 2 assists in 2 games now as a Chelsea player. Like a 6.5, honestly, I can say 6.5, 7 maybe. I think a 6.5 is pretty fair. He wasn't really doing too much on the ball. I think the assist really gets that rating a little bit more. But I think he's going to be very, very good in that left hand side. I think a 6.5 is pretty fair. Fernandez, I actually think Enzo Fernandez was really good today. Of course, you could say he was along the double pivot with Caicedo, but I don't really think you can. I think he's more hovering in the spaces that were going from here to here. So I think Enzo Fernandez, you can probably give like a 7. I think he was very solid. His passing, again, I think he completed almost 90% of his passes. Long balls wise, I don't think was really, really great on Saturday, but I think overall defensively into counterattacking, into overall passing, he was very good. I think Fernandez, I think he got actually gypped on his sofa score. They gave him like a 6.5, which is like incredible for how we all think he played. Palmer, I think he gets an 8. Of course, he gets the goal, but you could see it more and more with these teams. They're just taking this guy out. They're just taking him out. It's plain and simple. They're just taking him out. They're seeing that he's too big of a threat to be on the ball, and they're just pulling him. They're yanking him. They're basically just kicking him and basically let him say, okay, you're not going to be on the ball. I'd rather just kick you and take a yellow card than let you do anything, which I think we're going to see more often this season, and more referees are going to have to step up and give cards out. So hopefully they take that into recognition and they say, hey, if you do that again on this guy, you're going to get a yellow. So Palmer gets an 8 though. He was all over the place. He wasn't as involved as he probably wanted to be more in this game, but he's just when he isn't involved, he just has to do something special for that one time, and he was. He got a nice goal off the feed from Jackson. Madueke, I think he gets like a 6. Another game where Madueke is somewhat involved, does some good things at certain points, but ever since that Wolves game, I think his ego has been he's been inflating. But he hasn't really done anything since that stretch, and he's looked okay, but he hasn't been at that same level. But I think we're gonna see in the next one. I don't think Madueke will start in the game versus Barrow. I think we might see someone like Pedro Neto come into the lineup. Um, but yeah, I think it was an okay game for Madueke. Jackson, it's a 10. 3 goal contributions in this one. He's got 4 goals, 2 assists in 5 games. The hate has to stop on this guy. The hate has to stop. He has 21 goals, 21 goals in his 50 Premier League appearances, or overall appearances for Chelsea. I think it's actually his overall appearances for Chelsea. Look, the hate has to stop on this guy. The hate simply has to stop. Nicholas Jackson is a great striker with a bright future, and if he could just get the finishing sorted at all times and not be an enigma as much as he is, he's going to be one of the better players in this team and one of the better strikers in the world. And he showed his class today. Excellent stuff from the boys. Excellent stuff from this Chelsea football team. Let's fucking go, dude. Is against Barrow, like I said, on Tuesday. The match preview will be out tomorrow. Um, it's gonna be a hell of a game on Tuesday. I'm hella hyped by this result. We'll see what kind of injury news we have to look at for that game. I'm really hoping that Romeo Lavio is back. I obviously had him kind of on my bench for this game against West Ham, but he ended up not even making the bench. Of course, Kieran Dewsbury Hall came back, which was good. Of course, Enzo came back, which is good. Of course, Malo Gusto may be back for this game against Barrow. But I'm really hoping that Romeo Lavia comes back soon. I think this would be a good game to get him running and, he's got to get his legs moving because he hasn't played in so long at this point. He hasn't played since that City game. So I obviously would prefer to see him, okay, get some playing time. Um, but no, dude, this has to be a game where I think we're going to see a lot of rotation. And I'd love to see some of the guys that are injured maybe get some rotation. Of course, you don't like to rush some of these guys back, but I also don't think it's a good thing that they just sit on the bench. Then just sit and rot. I think that guys like that. I think if Romeo Lavia is fit, I think we'll see him come off the bench, and play like maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. Malo Gusto, I think we'll see. I think we'll see. Of course, we have no timetable on Reece James. That's the big one. I'm guessing we'll probably not see Reece until after the next international break. I think maybe he'll be fit for October something. October, I think October 20th is the Liverpool game, and that's at Anfield. So a tough ass game. Yeah, match preview today or tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. Come on, you Blues. Let's go. Excellent result. 10 and 5, fifth place. We are on one. We're only, I think, 1 point off Arsenal now for fourth place. We're in the driver's seat to get that Champions League places. Let's just keep this pace up. Come on, you Blues. Let's go, boys. Thank you for watching. Peace.